Want to know the real reason why you can't heal? Why you keep feeling tired, anxious, bloated, inflamed, hormonal, tense? Every test says you're fine, but you don't feel fine? Then this video might explain more than you think. Most people try to heal by fixing their gut, hormones, or immune system. But there is one system that controls all of them: your autonomic nervous system. And when this one is dysregulated, healing suddenly becomes a mission impossible. Hi, I'm Magali. Welcome to the Holistic Cup. Here I'll teach you everything from cupping to complete well-being and share the missing keys to unlock your optimal health. In this video, we'll cover an often overlooked key player in health and healing: the autonomic nervous system. We're going to explore how it's linked to stress and why it's so important if you want to take back your health into your own hands. So let's start by looking at why regulating your autonomic nervous system always comes first. Most people don't realize this, but healing only happens when the body feels safe. Digestion, hormonal balance, immune repair, detoxification, none of these work properly under stress. Before your body heals, it first asks one question: am I safe or am I in danger? And that question is answered by the autonomic nervous system. And what's important to understand here is that safety for the nervous system doesn't only mean physical safety, it also means emotional safety. If your body constantly feels rushed, pressured, overwhelmed, or on edge, it will always choose survival over healing. Not because it's broken, but because it's doing exactly what it was designed to do. The autonomic nervous system controls the automatic functions of your body that you don't even need to think about. It connects your brain to almost all of your major internal organs. It manages your heartbeat, breathing, digestion, hormone release, immune response, and body temperature. Now, the autonomic nervous system has two main parts: the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is also called the fight or flight state. It's when your body goes into survival mode because it senses some kind of danger or stress. The parasympathetic nervous system is also called the rest and digest state. It's when you're feeling relaxed. It makes me think about the time when I was on vacation in South Africa once. We were hiking and I was enjoying nature, talking with my friends. I felt relaxed and everything was okay. But then I looked down and right in front of my feet, I saw a snake wiggling. I screamed, immediately jumped back and ran back as fast as I could. For my friends, this was a hilarious moment because of how I reacted, of course. Now I could safely say that this wasn't in my control because this is exactly a situation where my sympathetic nervous system took over. You can recognize it immediately because your heart rate increases, your breathing becomes shallow, and your muscles tense up. Cortisol and adrenaline rise, and your mouth becomes dry and your pupils dilate. All your body's energy goes into survival. It slows down bodily processes that are less important in emergencies, such as digestion, healing, and detoxification. After I safely left the snake behind me, I could relax again. This is when my parasympathetic nervous system would take over. In this state, your breathing deepens again, your muscles relax, digestion works properly, inflammation goes down, hormones regulate, and your immunity strengthens. That's why gut repair, psychoregulation, healing, and energy all come from a regulated autonomic nervous system. The example of me and the snake is important because it shows how the nervous system is supposed to work. Stress comes in, the body reacts, the danger passes, and the body returns to calm. Both systems are needed, and your body naturally moves between these two states when there's balance. This balance is also called homeostasis. The problem is that many people today are stuck in a sympathetic overdrive. The danger never seems to pass. There is no clear moment where the body gets the signal, you're safe now. And because of this, it never fully switches back into healing mode. In a 2018 study in the UK, 74% of people reported feeling so stressed they were overwhelmed or unable to cope. And a 2021 Gallup survey found out that 41% of worldwide adults experience a lot of stress. So much so that almost 1 in 3 of US adults report feeling so stressed they cannot function on most days. We have a huge global health problem on our hands, and not enough people realize it. You know, our bodies cannot differentiate between a real life threatening situation and stressors that aren't life threatening. Stress around work and relationships, blue light, rushing throughout the day, and constant overthinking, they all activate fight or flight mode. And the trickiest part is many people don't even feel stressed anymore. We've become used to it. Being busy feels normal, being tired feels normal, being tense feels normal. So the body stays in survival mode quietly while life just goes on until symptoms appear. Sometimes suddenly, sometimes gradually. If the body is constantly on high alert, this can lead to chronic stress, digestion problems, hormonal imbalances, inflammation, sleep problems, and a weakened immune system. This is why people say, I eat healthy, but I still feel tired. My labs are normal, but I don't feel fine. Nothing seems to work. And this was also me a few years ago. I would have saved so much time and, ironically enough, stress if I would have known about the nervous system and how to regulate it. That's why I want as many people as possible to get this information. So if you want to help me do this, you can like this video so it gets recommended to more people. And I really want to emphasize this. Your body is not your enemy. These symptoms are not punishments, they are communication. They are your body asking for regulation, rest, and support, not more pushing, restricting, or forcing. And if we would all have the knowledge of how we can recognize this early on, it wouldn't become such a big problem. We could quickly recognize that our body is going into overdrive and that we need to apply some techniques to bring it back into its relaxing and healing state. That's why in the next videos, we're going to explore how stress affects your body systems, the signs of being stuck in survival mode, hidden stressors you might not even realize, and how to calm the nervous system again. So make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the Holistic Cup.